Das Gerät ist offline, deine Mama ist offline. Funktioniert? Ja.
Welcome, Intergalactical Space Kitchen community, to a new episode of Space Kitchen. Together with me,
Miss Man.
and
me.
Madam Lady.
Yay! You remembered.
The pause I will cut out.
Okay, no, leave it in. It's for dramatic. It's the dramatic pause.
The dramatic pause. Before we start, thank you for listening. We love you all. But for those who are listening the first time to our podcast, you can not only listen to us on Spotify, you will also find us on different kinds of
Platforms.
For example,
Audible. Yay!
over Amazon, and then we have Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast.
And we have also YouTube, but
Those episodes come later on
they're
slower because we still
delayed.
have to.
do it separately because they want data from me to put the what do you call that? The link, the
Feed.
yeah, and into YouTube, and then they want to know who you are, and I don't want to tell them who I am.
So we're doing it by hand. Really complicated. It takes a while. That's why, sorry about the delay. Also, you can find us on Instagram.
Yeah, through Space Kitchen 83. We are two siblings sitting on the couch and talking about
Stuff.
stuff.
And today we have a really special
A really,
topic.
really special topic because I need to talk to you about this.
And I'm so ready because I knew I would get you like a fish on the hook. I put the bait on the hook and I threw it in the water and I waited for 1.5 years.
I just wanted to say you waited very long. You were very patient.
I'm a patient fisher. Totally not. I hate fishing. But
Me not. I love fishing and I love this allegation. No.
what do you want to say?
Bildhafte Sprache or Metapher. Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Yeah. How do I get to it? Because for those who need a little background check, for example, about us, we are listening to K-pop.
Yes.
And we have a special band named Ao3. And in this group, there are 8 members, all guys. And, well, I started listening to them through you because you started to listen to them 2018.
No.
2000.
That's when they debuted.
2020?
2021? Okay.
Something like that. So, and then you got me into that with, I don't know which one, the Willpower music album.
Oh, I don't remember. Some song. I posted a video for you.
You can look them up. Cute little guys. Well,
They are really little. We saw them live.
yeah.
Cute, tiny little guys.
This episode, you also can listen to its name called 80s pre and after, but it's on German. It's more for the German-speaking people. Sorry about that. We love switching languages as we love switching themes in our podcast because we think we have or might have ADHD or something.
It's
kind of.
undiagnosed.
Exactly.
We just
but we
live-
just know.
We just
know.
live with the pain
And we know.
suffering.
We just know. That's why we say it out loud. So yeah. That's why I wanted to talk about it in English, because the theme of this episode is a specific website, right?
I guess.
It's not an app.
No.
And there is no app for it.
I don't think so, no.
So it's a website where everybody can write stories about everything they want.
It's a fan fiction website.
Exactly.
Fanfic. The theme today is fan fiction.
websites.
And
Especially one, the biggest one, and it's called Ao3. Something with an A and O and a 3.
Our own archive. That's
There's no 3 in it.
I don't think so.
Well, imagined. Yeah. Our own
Archive.
archive.com.
I think it is.
Yeah, where you can put everything you want
write.
to write, uploaded on this website.
Yes.
And you can find everything. So I got into it because of you.
Sorry.
Again, because of you.
Sorry. I'm destroying your life one save at a time.
Again. And I mean, you talked about it over the last months, some bits you shared with me, because sometimes you're sitting at your phone and I'm like, excuse me, madam lady, why are you not talking to me? Or why are we sitting here with our family and you're just staring at your phone and reading stuff? Can't you just focus for 5 minutes with us together?
No, I could not. I was in the black hole of fan fictions. I couldn't get out. Help me.
And I judged her so much about that on a kind way. It's a sister kind way, so don't get on me on that.
Well, my background with fan fictions. I started to read them when I was a younger baby.
Yeah, true. I mean, what are fan fictions?
Well, it's just stories that people write about films or games or real people like bands.
Yeah. You can just take something you like and make a fan fiction about it.
Yeah, you can just write a story about people, places, whatever.
So, for example, if it's a movie and it ends and you're like, that cannot be the end.
I don't
want
like the ending.
Everything else, I want to know more about it. So nobody's giving it to me, so I will just do my own and put it out for everybody.
For everybody to read if they're interested. If not, then not. Whatever.
Yeah, and you started with it with games, I think.
I think it was games, yes.
Like Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Maybe that's one of the first ones.
I think so too. Also Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't enjoy those that much. I thought they were weird.
I mean, for those who like Harry Potter, you can search it up. If you like more background stories and you want to read maybe about your favorite characters.
I really like I think the first fan fictions. I really like why they started. It's so funny.
What do you mean, in the beginning of the fan fiction world?
Yes.
I mean, you basically was one of those who grew up with it.
Yeah, but most of the time it's women who write fan fiction. You can also say the Bible is a fan fiction, but we're not going in there.
Or the mythology. I think that's all fan fictions.
But the first, like the gay one, men were what is it called? Star Trek, because people really liked the guy with the ears. And
Spock?
Yeah, and the other one,
captain?
the captain, the other captain. They really liked them together, and they wanted them to be women wanted them to be together. So they started to write fan fiction about that.
This is so funny because they looked so old back then. Even.
But I mean, they were probably hot.
Yeah, for them.
In the
for
60s, they were probably hot.
Can I get a
what?
Decker?
Sure.
Because my feetsies are cold.
You want a blanket?
A blanket.
You want a blanket?
I don't know where the other one is.
Me neither.
Maybe in my room.
Weird.
Do you need a blanket?
No, it's fine. I'm going to just put my feetsies under your blanket.
You sure about that? They're froggy.
Your feet. Your frog feetsies.
Okay, where have we been? Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when they started to do the manly man stuff, when they started to be a little gay.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this is all about, or you can categorize now all the fanfics that you can find on this website, right? You can categorize and search for pairings for female, male, female,
whatever.
Like whatever you want. Different kind of genres, like do you want like BDSM stuff or just a cute little story?
Yeah, they even have
happy ending.
They even have like little symbols on the website. So if it's like an M, it's mature. If it's a red E, it's explicit. So it's like sexy. It's like hard sexy. M is mature, but they might have sex, but not always.
But there are also some other symbols.
Yeah, they're like symbols for when it's male, female, stuff like this.
Okay, I thought about. I mean, looked it up like just 2 days ago or 3. I started because
It's really confusing, right?
yeah, it's so confusing because you start to search and then you think, oh, I have to categorize more. Then you categorize and all the symbols are like, some of them are not even filled. You can fill up 4 and some are just 2.
Did you use the filters on the website?
Yeah, but maybe just a little, not
all of them.
not very precisely.
I know, yeah. I will show you how to make it just the things that you want to see.
For me, it's just important to talk about this because the main point for me is like I want to talk about explicit like 80s and fan fictions about 80s because damn, that's a loophole. Is it a loophole? It's just a hole.
A wormhole.
Oh, yeah, you're
hole.
jumping in and you will never come out again.
You will come out. But then you will not read anything for a while. You'll be like, oh, I don't miss it. And then you will come back and be like, oh, dang.
Again, the hole.
Oh, no. I jumped in again. Yeah. What did I do?
So for everybody who likes stuff like that, please join us. Tell us. Maybe you have already, and you can tell us.
Put stories. Yeah. What do you like the most? Put the stories into the comments. I need to read. I only have 50 tabs open. Only 50 tabs that I still need to read. So I'm okay. I'm okay.
And it's very confusing searching, and I'm too lazy for that. I need somebody who searches for me and give it to me because I'm very strict. I want a good written story. I don't want it has to make sense. And we have so much media about them. We have so much video material about them. So at some point you kind of know the characters as they are showing it in the videos and their
it may not be their real personalities.
No, totally not.
But that's what we like about them, and that's what we want to
see in the at least me. I want to see those similarities in the fan fiction. So if something's not matching up,
like the other guys, the
other group members,
if he with the other cat, when they say he has bigger hands than the other one.
Oh, come on,
that's not right.
That's not
Sorry,
true. We saw it. We saw them. We know that's not true. And
stuff like this, it's like then the author is just picturing it like they want to see them, but that's not how they.
Yeah,
I will not say really are because we don't know how they really are, but not how they present themselves.
I don't care if they are playing their story at a pirate ship or in a courtyard of tennis playing stuff. Not that story. Or at a model company or management hotellery stuff. It's more like the details and the characters. If they're wrong or different than what I saw in the videos, I'm like, no, those are not those people, and I cannot imagine them in my head like they are. That's just blank. And it also depends, like we talked about earlier. You can imagine yourself the whole video when you're reading it, like a movie.
I have like a different, like my brain functions different than yours does. I see everything clearly, like a photo or like a video.
You can see an apple.
I can
rotating in your head.
Yes, I can see the apple.
Me not. I can see maybe a shimmer of an apple, just an image of an apple, but it's not rotating. Everything I see, I can somehow get it back in my mind, but it's not moving.
So do you see in 2D or 3D?
I think it's 2D.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense why it's not rotating.
But it's not, when I imagine it, it's there. I just have to focus to see it. And it's only like seconds I always see something. And then I read again, I see the reading. And then I snap back and try to imagine.
Yeah, because for me, it's like a story playing. Like you're opening something and then there is the place and then you see the people move and then something happens and you turn and then it continues to, you know what I mean?
Would love that. Nope, that's not in my mind.
Okay.
Sadly.
So, why did you want to try and read them now?
There was a special post of Songhwa, one of the members, last week, I think, where he posted like, the post with the pictures and one specific song. And then he said in his live over an app, Talk, where they can talk to their fans. And he said to the fans, to the 18, he's like, listen to that song, especially into the lyrics. They are special to me. And I was searching for the lyrics and I was like,
Huh?
I can't unsee it anymore. It's like, that's the proof for me and nobody can change it anymore. And I was like, okay, maybe I should start reading fanfics. just try it. Maybe that's something for me. I don't know. I was suspicious, but then.
But is it because of the post and then you got that other TikTok with the recommendation of a fan fiction that you sent to me and we're like, did you read that already?
No, that was separately. That was like weeks ago and I just saw it and I knew you were reading fanfics and I saw the name of the homepage of this fanfic site and I was like, isn't she reading stuff there? And I was like, come on, look at it. It's just for you, maybe not. It's maybe marketing. Okay, look that up. And then later in the timeline when he posted this post, I was like, maybe I should try it. Didn't I send you this one special one? Because I love mythology and I love Hades and Persephone.
Greek mythology.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites since I'm small, a little kid, and I took lessons in the what is the
university?
No. In the school, like first to fifth class. No, wait, 5th to 12th class.
Great.
Well, that's like, what is this? High school. In high school, where I had Latin. And then we
talked about
all of the stories of the
because
Greek
of Latin
goddess. Yeah, I just took Latin to learn about the mythology. I didn't take it for the language. I didn't care. I don't even remember one part of the language. But the stories, that's like, oh my god, that's the only reason why I wanted to learn about it. And then I also reading many webtoons about the Webtoon app. That's also kind of like
it's fan fiction but with pictures.
Yeah, and its own stories. It's not fan fictions. And there is one specific comic like about Hades and Persephone, Lore Olympus, and that's one of the main webtoon comics that got big and worldwide selling books.
It's really famous.
Yes, and that's why when I saw this fan fiction of those both Hongdong and Songhwa, I was like, let's try it out.
I read it before you and then you wanted to ask me how it was and I was like, it's really nice written and I liked it. It was, but I don't know the story. I really don't know. And I was like, I guess it's
the beginning maybe okay.
It's easy because it's something that you like and mixed with maybe you want to get it. I was like, try.
And I must say it was cute and it was fun, but it was I had a feeling as if the author was like, what if I put ChatGPT on it, like read mythology with those persons and those Greek goddesses.
Gods and
goddesses. Because it was mainly the main story that you know about Hades and Persephone, just with those names. Yeah. And then I was like, that's not as much about the characters themselves. It was more like about
just putting the names into the story.
Just as if they put like they cut it out the faces of them and put it on the statues of Persephone and Hades. And I was like, maybe I'm not into fanfics. And then I searched for myself. And then I got into one. It was like, and I asked you if you know it. I thought you talked already about something similar. And I thought, this is the one. And I was like, that's the one you read already. So I can read it. And then it was over. And then I was in the hole. I read like 2 days in the evening always. And then until like 1 o'clock. And I was like, okay, I have to stop because I need to sleep. You need to sleep when you're so old. Damn, that was a good story.
It was a good story. It was a good written, and they got the characters right.
Yeah, I did feel it more. Yeah. I thought about it's. How do I tell it? Like, it was all around. I would say 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was like typically Songhwa is a management CEO of a hotel branch. And Hongdong, the captain, has a establishment and hotel.
Also a hotel?
Yeah. 80s hotel.
Okay. What was Songhua doing? What was
I don't
his
know.
hotel?
It was more like a management, and he had to talk to the shareholders to get them all the money, like the typical webtoon stuff that I also love. And then in the combination of this,
It's all the things you love.
Yeah, oh my god, and he is the messy, Hongzhong is the messy one, and Songhua is the clean. And fitted so perfectly. And the other were also in the story, but more like side characters.
That's what you most of the time get.
Yeah, and
it's always the 8 of them doing something stupid.
Yeah, and I liked it very much, and it was a happy ending. And it had action, like, and pang and
mystery.
Mystery.
Who was the bad guy? Do they have to figure that out?
Nice. And about killing and mafia boss stuff and getting the money and protecting and stuff like that. And a little bit juicy. And at that part, I was bit scared if I liked that or not.
The sexy part.
Yeah, I was like, do I want to read it? And then I read it. I was like, hell, give me more of that.
That's why I told you when you asked me what more, I was like, but they will have sex in this one. And you were like, gimme. I'm like, okay.
So good. The other one that you gave me was like Hongzhong was a tennis player.
Yes, love
and
that.
I was like, why tennis?
I didn't say anything except of the sex because I was like, she needs to read that. It's so funny.
I mean, the other stuff I find kind of nice because, I mean, Songhua is a model and Wooyoung and Yosang also. I was like, oh, okay.
Why not?
Sun was also there. Mm-hmm. And I really liked that Mingi was a party manager. This was so funny. And Yoon-ho was like...
I don't remember what he was.
He
a manager?
Yeah, he had all the contacts and he always got you the nicest seats or he had all the connections.
Yeah, connection manager guy.
But I don't know if Jong-ho was there.
Dang, I don't remember.
Because when I was thinking back...
Well, I don't remember.
Yeah, but at least it was so funny. And in every story that I read, like 4, I think.
Already 4? Dang, girl.
Wooyoung is always the one that talks a lot. Always the side character and the best friend of Songhua. And I'm thinking, how, where? I don't know. I never kind of guessed that.
Oh, the next one that I will send you, that's hard to read. It's really sad.
No,
it will have a happy ending.
No, I need it.
It will have a happy ending, but like going through it was like, oh my god.
Yeah, the one with the management hotellery shit. At one point, I was like, why am I crying at a fucking fan fiction? How is that even possible?
It gets you every time. Oh my god.
But I must say, why are the stories so short?
Oh girl, it's just the one that you found. There are stories, they have 100 something chapters.
Okay, because
and they are super long.
I was like, how can that be? How can you make such a short story? I need more of that.
Well, people have to work.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we are doing this podcast and we work and it's already exhausting, but I love talking because I love listening to myself. Am I a narcissist? Maybe.
Probably.
Do I like it? Yes.
So will you continue to read fan fiction?
Obviously.
Okay, good.
I just wanted to talk about it because I'm not sure if everybody know what this kind of homepage or what kind of site this is, and that there is so many possibilities for people to get happy. Because if you need a bit, like, from the real life, a little bit of escape from the real world, but with stories that you already know or knew, about movies that you really, really love, but need more side stories or even other universes about this characters. That's so nice.
Well, a lot of people do not like fan fictions that are about real people.
Really?
Yes. Because they say that's
Awkward?
invasive, like over the privacy of the person.
I mean, it is.
Well,
Yes.
it is, which I understand. But if you are, I don't want to say a normal person, but a person that understands that this are just stories.
Yeah,
this is not real.
This is not
it has
real.
nothing to do
And
with
it
the
never
real.
happened, and
It will never happen like that. It's just you are it's your interpretation of something that maybe they said or wrote something, or it's not real, and you need to understand it. And if it's hard for you to understand that, then then
you shouldn't read those
because they make you delulu.
Oh yeah, they do.
And then if you can't control that, you might think that it's real.
And damn, I didn't think about that. That many maybe 18s read that, and they think the real people will act like that, or they do that.
That what you're reading are stories about two people from the band.
Yes.
But there are also stories where it's like a person from the band and the reader.
Oh, yeah. I saw this category and I was like, no, that's not what I want. Ew.
But that's like people write that, and then they are like the Lulu. And the Lulu is not always the Sululu.
No, it's totally
Sometimes it's the Sululu, but it's not always the Sululu.
Oh, yeah. No, that's kind of awkward.
This is awkward. I don't like that either, because if it's with a real person, then it gets weird. I don't I don't like. But if it's like them, whatever.
I mean, we also like just saying they are a couple, which they are not. We are interpreting something into two people and getting in their privacy, saying you are now a couple. But I know it's just a story, and it's just my fantasy for my fun. And then I'm closing like the book and on my browser on my phone, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm in the real world again.
See, you need to come back to the real world.
Yeah, it's hard, but
it's hard.
But I think it's just similar as reading a book, and when the book ends,
then you
also delulu. You're sitting there like sometimes sad. 2 hours and sometimes 2 weeks and thinking about the book, like, and now it ended like that.
It's like a relationship.
Yeah, and then you're like, it's like a little breakup. Every time you're finishing a really good book or series or something, a movie, you're always like sad.
So? For me, I like fan fictions. I'm never gonna stop reading them. I love them so much. And it's just because of 80s, because I read them before from different movies, whatever. I was already in the Star Trek hole. I was in the Final Fantasy hole. I was, I don't know, the Harry Potter hole. I even wrote my own Harry Potter stories with like my friends in school.
Stop! You never told me. What is this? That's new information for me.
They were so bad, but we read, because then we were the witches and we were the one.
I just remember I once wanted to write my own story, and you just put the laptop. You shut down the laptop, like, you don't have to write something like that, because the title was very smoochy. And you were like, you're too young for that, bitch.
Yeah, you probably was.
Yeah, I was, but close up my future.
How old?
An author.
How old were you then?
I don't know. Can you remember sitting? You have your old desk and the wooden stuff with the old PC, and I had this horrible old school. What kind of desk was it that you could open and put stuff inside and then close again? And I had like a small laptop, I think. How old? I mean, you haven't been to Switzerland.
Yeah, of
then.
course. Then you were definitely too young.
Definitely, but
no smoochie. But I don't remember that I told you you're not supposed to write that. I don't remember.
Yeah. I remember. That's what I remember. See?
Weird.
Wow.
Interesting. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's because I read too many mangas. And they're also very explicit. So that's why I wanted to write my own stories.
You wanted to be /reader.
Maybe. How good. I don't remember the title. But yeah, I totally understand that you want to read fanfics. I thought about maybe I should search for Panem fanfics. Peter and Katniss, more of them.
Then I can give you the one where Songwon and Hongdong are.
Yes! They have also one.
There is one. I never read it, but there is one.
Oh my god. But are the characters more like them, or is it more like...
I don't know. You have to check that for yourself.
Fine. Nice.
Oh my god.
But yeah, now I'm totally a weird 18-y. I don't want to tell I'm weird. Because when I say I'm weird, you're also weird, and you are not weird.
We're not weird.
We're just...
The Lulu is sometimes the Salulu.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to talk badly about this, because I was at our parents' place for the weekend because I needed to attend a special occasion. And you've been here.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to Germany.
Yeah. And it was so hard not to read. The whole train ride, I read. I wanted to
knit.
Is
it knit?
I think it's knit. Knitting.
Some socks.
Yeah. Nope.
You didn't even do one
Not
thing.
even once I put it out of my
So you
backpack.
sat in the train, opened your app, and were like, here we go.
Yep.
Let's go, BB.
Exactly. And always was scared that my battery will go out.
Oh, it's not that bad. You think so?
It was at my... because maybe I had other stuff opened up. Yeah, so I think it's very, very hard for me to stop, because I mean, you know me, last time we watched a thriller on Netflix, and I was sitting here and I thought it was a mini-series.
I was so surprised that you are like, I'm the same, like with some things I was like you before. I could not stop, but now I kind of manage it, and I know like there is a real world and I have to go to work. God fucking dang it. I hate it very much, but I would rather read 5,000 million fan fictions. But I'm surprised that you are still girl, what's wrong?
I mean, that's like mom. Mom is also like that. When she really likes something, she cannot stop.
But then how can I give you a fan fiction that has 100 chapters? How will you sleep or live?
Maybe because I need to get into it again. You know what I mean? Because I had this when I was studying. I binge watched very many series. So many, and movies and everything, because I just procrastinated. That was my procrastination, like Game of Thrones. I binge watched those.
But what are you procrastinating now? Life itself?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes you need to go out.
I understand.
Get a little bit happy. I'm not depressed. It's not like a session where I feel depressed. It's more like, yeah, all the news is there. Nice to be in another fantasy world. Oy.
Okay, yeah.
But it's a little bit hard to get back to the real world. It's like having a hangover.
Right?
It's so hard.
It's really, like, for me, I remember when I still studied, and then I would sometimes sit outside with you, and then I would read, and then I had to go back to study. Girl, it was so bad. So bad. But I could also not stop reading, but I also had to study, and the mix of both.
Yeah, I think it's maybe also an ADHD thing. Like,
for sure.
You start something that you are interested in. Of course, your brain is like, oh my god, this is giving me the best dopamine
It's the
boost
oh my
ever.
God.
So why should I stop and do some boring stuff I
Yes.
don't want to do?
If I read the story and my kokoro is doing poo 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 poo, what do you mean? Oh my God! Sometimes I'm reading and I'm like, oh my heart.
Oh, the tears are bursting and you're like, you cannot just cry about this.
It's so stupid. But my heart hurts.
It's not
it's so
cute. Sometimes it's so disgustingly cute that I'm like, oh,
I love it.
And sometimes I have to stop myself because my eyes are reading way too fast. I cannot.
I'm reading. Like, you can only see the next two sentences because if I scroll too far, I'm like already down and I'm like, no, wait, I didn't know what they said. What do you mean? It's so hard.
That's happened often the last 2 nights when I was reading and I was like, stop. This is a special moment just to be patient.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe also like an ADHD thing.
Maybe.
Because I'm very good at just jumping to the next 4 sentences. And I'm like, what happened? Wait,
that didn't make any sense.
Then scrolling back. Shit.
Where are they?
I'm getting tired and I try to read and my eyes are shutting. I'm like, wait again, going back. I don't understand what happened.
You are the same as me. You're doing the same stuff as I did.
But I cannot imagine now not reading something new. Like, I need it now. I need it. I cannot not
What
read.
if I tell you there is no fan fictions anymore? That's it. There were only those 4 stories.
Well, then I would like, okay, fine. I will look for another hobby to procrastinate.
But now you know there is a whole world.
Yes.
All that the sun touches Simba. All that you can read.
And all those universes where they are. You told me there's some like school stuff.
Oh yeah, there are a bunch of university. They go to the university.
Okay.
That's a really
popular
one because I think university students write that, which made sense. Go girls,
Yes,
whatever,
yes.
or boys.
And then there's the pirates.
The pirates, always the pirates.
I mean, they debuted it as a pirate.
That was their concept.
band.
So everything is a pirate thing.
And then there's what else?
Sometimes where they're like real persons, like idols, like themselves. That's also really.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Like backstories that you not get about the YouTube videos. Just
people just interpret into those videos, and then you have like stories around that.
I mean, this one that you sent me with the tennis player and the model was also like, it was such a nice twist and fun to read because the author put the fanfic site inside the story and put like another story inside the story. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So nice.
Yeah.
And all those comments, I really like the Twitter comments that they put inside the story about like the main characters getting like into a restaurant and the paparazzi gets the pictures and all the people commenting on the pictures inside of the story. It was so funny.
And the Twitter handles were real fans of that author. She took like the real people and put them into the story.
Oh my God, it's so cute. So much effort.
Yeah.
Love it. Need more of that. Thanks for showing me it.
Well, maybe I awakened the monster in you.
Yes, I mean, you already saw how monstrous it is.
Because when I buy stuff and you're like, do we really need that? And you're like, I bought this. I bought that. And I'm like, what do you mean you bought? Do we need that? And you're like, I bought that because it's cute and I want it. Okay?
Hey,
should I buy 2 because I don't want to share? And I'm like, okay. This one was the best. Yeah, I was like, oh, she wants to buy like those. Also from this band, they have their own mascots, their little animal thingies. And one of these ladies, she did little keyboard keys with the faces on them.
Yes, and she's like Studio Idly. I have to search for it. I can post it then. But she makes very cute stuff.
Very cute.
About those plushies. I mean, what are they? They are like characters of the main characters in animal forms.
I think so.
Something like that. I don't even understand what they are doing with that. But when people are doing items out of them that I appreciate much more than the original stuff, I need to buy it.
But also the original stuff is hard to get.
Yes, exactly.
And those people are just making them. And
Yeah,
they're
the
cute.
fan
So
people, 18.
you asked me while I was in bed reading my fan fiction. I get a notification. Should I buy? I want to buy those. Which characters do you want? And I'm like, or like, do you want some? And I'm, yeah, maybe I can put them at my work at my. And you were like. And I thought to myself, oh, I can pick this character. I don't have this character yet in any kind of form. And you were like, I should buy 2 so you have fun and I have fun. And I'm like, sure, okay. I think she doesn't want to share it with me. I think she wants to keep them all for herself.
Because they're so cute. And I thought about it to put them also at work, at my workplace, because I think you always arriving at work and seeing them and be like...
The problem is my keyboard tastature. I wanted to say tastature. I mean, my keyboard doesn't support those keys. I think I need to buy... I already have a plan.
Oh, perfect. Because I'm also scared that mine will not fit.
Because mine is flat. Like and I don't think you can pull them out because it's a different technology.
It's flat, like this one.
Kinda, yeah. So I already researched, and you can get like a normal one, a keyboard, and you can get like pink and baby blue keys
colors,
and put them inside. And if I put the baby and then I put the little animals, it's gonna be so cute.
So cute.
It's gonna be so cute. I forgot. Oh, I can't wait.
You have to look it up. It's like a lady from the Netherlands. She's doing that on her own, and she is also doing like cute cookie cutters out of it.
Which we have.
Yeah, obviously.
And also the key ring thingies that we have
for our...
Oh god, I forgot about those. They're on our key. Yeah. And we even have a magic pair because I wanted to have the one. And
but it's so cute. She's making stuff that I think she is making stuff that's kind of useful. I mean, the keychain ring is like you can match them. They have magnets.
And they do a little heart.
Exactly.
If you put them together. So you have fun and I have fun. And they do a little heart.
Yeah, and the cookie cutters, you're using them. You're doing cookies out of them.
Oh my god, I'm getting nightmares from all the cookies we already made with those cookie cutters. God dang.
But they are cute.
They are so cute.
And
I hate it.
We get
keyboard keys.
Keyboard keys. Also useful because making a happy day every day at work. Because we have office girls and we need cute stuff.
I'm gonna check because I'm using my program all plants. And I use the escape key like 90% of the time. So I'm gonna always put another one on it and go like.
But I also thought about why not put them at a place that I'm not using them often, because I'm scared if I use them often, the faces will vanish.
I don't want the faces will vanish. I want to look at them. But then you can dish them if you write. That's fun.
Yeah, that sounds maybe funny. But what I also thought, she's making now more of those glass holders.
For your glasses.
And she said precisely that she will do so many over the next few months and always putting them on sale and do new stuff until there is no demand anymore. And I was like,
oh, finally,
yes, finally.
I can get the black kitty because I really want to have fun with the black kitty.
And your sunglasses.
So I can put my sunglasses in.
I mean, it looks also so
cute. And
it's also helpful because I always put my glasses somewhere and I'm very blind. And every morning I'm like... because I always put them somewhere else. And when I have a tray, I will always find them, hopefully. And then I need 5 more trays to put them at work. Then I can put some other stuff inside.
Yes. Oh my God.
Sweets, for example.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so look it up. I need to check the specific name.
You can put it in the Instagram post.
Yeah. But I don't know how she's calling herself.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look it up and put it into the description also from the podcast
from this
Spotify.
episode, so you can see. But
Yes.
don't buy the trace away, okay? I still need the
Yeah.
black kitty. Don't buy it away from me. I need it.
Please don't be mean. Don't buy everything 10 times. The last sale was very
It was gone in
exhausting.
5 seconds. Oh my god, it was so funny.
5
You put
seconds.
everything and then you were like, oh, I need to put my payment information in. And then you're like, oh no, this is sold out. And I was like, I think you need to hurry. And you were like, oh my god, I think you need. And when you were done, everything was sold out.
Yeah, and it told me over PayPal, you paid €0. And I was like, what?
And you were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's fine. It's like buying tickets.
Yeah, it was harder than buying tickets for ADC. But there will be more, and I'm happy about it. I will buy more stuff and appreciate teenies that are working with that and having so much fun doing that and can do things they like and make
18s.
money out of it.
Hey, get my money, girls. I don't care. Also, I have a request. Can somebody of you make playing cards? Oh, with those animals on them. With the little animals of them on them. I will buy them. Please.
Why playing cards? You never play cards.
I always play solitaire by myself, like a real creepy person.
Oh,
I love playing cards so I can play solitaire.
Never saw you doing that.
Well, yeah, because
I mean, in the real life, I saw you playing on the PC.
no, I have those Final Fantasy
Yeah.
cards. They have like this nice feel to them, and if you play with them, girls love it. I love playing solitaire by myself. I mean, solitaire, it's playing by yourself. But like with playing cards, love it. So fun.
Now I understand. Because you have also some other decks from different stuff. That's a smart idea.
Playing cards, girlies, playing cards, please.
Yeah, maybe somebody. I will search because I have more stuff like that in my Instagram page than you, I think.
Yeah, because on Insta, I don't really use Instagram anymore for. I have Pinterest, and there are just boys kissing.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie.
I will search it up. Maybe there is something doing that. Playing cards. All right. So let's wrap it up.
You feel better now if you talk about
a little
it?
bit, yes. But now I need to read stuff.
Okay. Good. I will find some for you and recommend them to you.
So have a nice weekend, day, night, 18s. No, Space Kitchen community. No, hold up. Again. Have a nice day, night, whatever, everything. Enjoy your work day, lunch, break.
Don't read too many fan fictions.
Exactly. We love you, Intergalactic Space Kitchen community. Thanks for
listening to us ramble about stuff that we like.
and our beautiful second language. Third?
That's our third.
Third, right? Third language. Yeah. Thank you very much for understanding that we are not, at least me.
Not
the
that
best.
fluent that like you want to be. Don't worry.
But it's getting better.
getting better.
I'm fighting. I can do that.
Yay.
Alrighty. See you again in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, cut. 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 I got it. I got it.